story yet to be told, a legacy made of gold. Midnight Parliament, unite. Darkness falls, we'll ignite. Darkness falls, we'll ignite. We ride on through the night, our hearts shining bright. We ride on through the night, with our hearts shining bright. We ride on through the night. Through the night. Treasures found in tales of old, our story yet to be told, a legacy made of gold. Our tales of old, our story yet to be told, a legacy made of gold. Midnight torment, unite. Darkness falls, we'll ignite. Darkness falls, we'll ignite. We ride on through the night, our hearts shining bright. We ride on through the night, with our hearts shining bright. We ride on through the night. Through the night. Treasures found in tales of old, our story yet to be told, a legacy made of gold. Midnight torment, unite. Darkness falls, we'll ignite. Darkness falls, we'll ignite. We ride on through the night, our hearts shining bright. We ride on through the night, with our hearts shining bright. We ride on through the night. We're told, a legacy made of gold. Midnight Parliament, unite. Darkness falls, we'll ignite. Darkness falls, we'll ignite. We ride on through the night, our hearts shining bright. We ride on through the night, with our hearts shining bright. We ride on through the night. Through the night. Treasures found in tales of old, our story yet to be told, a legacy made of gold. Midnight Parliament, unite. Darkness falls, we'll ignite. Darkness falls, we'll ignite. We ride on through the night, our hearts shining bright. We ride on through the night, with our hearts shining bright. We ride on through the night. Through the night.
Thanks, Sarah.
Let's rock.
The Sarah bit as soon as we came in. Yeah.
That was a yeah.
Yeah.
It was a yeah.
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 Hey, everybody. We are back for another week. Continuing with the awesomeness of Pride Month. My daughter made sure to come in and ask, what did everybody think of the Pride flag that you put up last week? I'm like, everybody liked it, but they weren't like commenting on it. They're looking at everybody else, not my face. Trust me. So hope everybody's doing super awesome. Thanks, Mel, for the resub for 16 months. Fucking
jeez.
It's been a long time running.
Been doing this for a while.
It's pretty hard.
Still a little while.
It's a testament to how awesome everybody is. So let's jump in with some quick intros, and we'll start with Mel.
Hi, I'm Mel. I play Blair, the spirit host witch warlock.
And Nate.
Hi, I'm Nate. I play Soren, the half-elf blade singer rogue.
Hey, Gold Dress, thanks for the follow. We'll go to Zach.
Hi everyone, I'm Zach. I play Doran, the smitten dragonborn barbarian.
We'll jump to the other side and go to his beloved Maddie.
I am Maddie. I play Isadora, the gun tank half-elf.
What is Serene gonna say? Gonna go to Sarah.
She had her chance.
Oh.
Snooze, you lose.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and I play Maximil, the tiefling sorceress bard.
And Josh.
Howdy, I'm Josh. I play Jaeger Hellstrom, the alchemist gunslinger human.
Yeah, she's a little bit low. Josh, I'm bringing you up on my end. Don't adjust. I think I had you down
Why
a
am
little
I
bit.
so quiet?
I don't know. It's not me, but I'm
This
bringing.
is the second time today that I've been told I'm quiet. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I have to restart my stuff.
No, don't restart it. Oh, hi Ryan. Apparently we know Ryan. So what's up, Ryan?
Yeah, Ryan, I've known him since I was like 12.
Oh, hi old
And
friends.
he was like he's a Californian. It's one of those online buddies that you have forever that you never met in person.
Brother.
I love that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
all the
Cool guy,
time,
super cool.
all the time that we've spent in this campaign, and all the time I've spent building this campaign, and all the tears I've shed to Josh about this campaign. I was gonna meet him in Vegas 2 years ago, and he couldn't make it.
Oh.
I still have yet to meet Josh in person.
It's happening.
It is the end of this
might
campaign.
make
It's gonna happen.
Ben,
Everybody's.
he might make it to Renfest. He might. 50th anniversary Houston.
Oh, I couldn't make it this year, unfortunately. If it's this year, there's no way. I've got too much stuff planned, like with book in Japan next year, and I got World Series of
really?
Board Game
Travel,
next.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I said that. For my 40th birthday, I'm going
No.
to Japan for a week.
Yeah, he posted about it
yeah.
on Discord.
Yay.
I have the memory of a goldfish.
We like that.
The attention span of a D&D player.
Yep.
What's that?
Ooh, shiny.
Ooh, shiny.
What did we do last week?
Huh? Hey, I have perfectly valid reasons for asking that every week, and that's because I'm too extra, and I've got a cold today.
It's like
Anyhow.
around like or something.
It's not like we rode like fuck. Hey, this world is my passion. I love it. And as soon as I'm finished reading these books, I'm gonna write them. By the way, also, people writing language and music is the greatest fucking thing in the world to me. Side note, hashtag Stormlight Archives. As soon as that happened, I was just like, God, quit hitting every freaking note that I want you to hit, Brandon Sanderson. I hate it.
That's good.
Man's good. Man's good. You gotta love him. Last week, we had just had some wishes happen, and we're dealing with the repercussions of the Relentless Codex. Maximil took the Codex, asked it like 4 questions, and then was like, bye. And dumped the thing. So one person has been severed from the Relentless Codex, but the rest of you still see all the gems but hers active. And yeah, then we went exploring the city a bit, basically because Doran was like, please let me go talk to King, and has struggling against Isadora, who's literally just got like a hand on his shoulder, gingerly holding him in place. He doesn't look atrophied or anything. He's just not, he's very weak right now. You all got to climb up through the meteorite crater city. I'm trying to figure out the best way to describe this place, because it didn't come in crashing at the speed of meteorite, came in slow enough not to destroy the landscape. And the giant hunk of rock survived mostly.
Orbital base crash ship.
The orbital
city.
base crash ship. Yeah, that's kind of the best way to put
Space
it.
debris.
So
The
it was
scientific anomaly.
yes. The weirdness that crashed down, but is now a giant chunk of rock in a crater that's like, 5 miles in radius. I think I said it was. So good, large, shallowish crater that you guys are working with. Got to actually see the inside of the city some more, which this big chunk of rock was, it took like 45 minutes to climb up it with the guy
With the guy.
With a
the
cart,
palanquin
yeah.
cart.
Yeah.
So I mean, we were talking like 4 or 3, I think I said 2 or 3 miles of height to this thing too, and it was like about 5 miles long. So it did fill up the back quadrant of that crater, but it was very, very tall. Thankfully, the atmosphere doesn't feel too much thinner up here, because the height of the mountains behind you and of the ice shelf Holderima around the top of the world is so much further up that it's clear where like it gets just snowy. There's a little bit of chill as you go a little bit farther up, but you got another couple miles. Those mountains are not naturally forming. They are just giant jagged peaks, and we're talking, tallest peak probably 15 to 20 miles high that you can see in the distance.
Jesus Christ.
'Cause remember,
That
we're
is
in a
so
bowl.
scary.
Yeah, we're just in a
That is
bowl.
so fucking unsettling to look at.
That's what happens when you're in a fucked up, world-shattering bowl. When someone grabs a planet and cracks it like an apple, basically.
Like I keep trying to like visualize it so it makes sense in my head, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's like a big mountain. No, it's not a big mountain range. It's the fucking wall that goes
Yeah,
straight up.
you're still just kind of in a bowl.
It's literally the edge of the world.
Yeah, you are in a bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
I love the visual fuckery.
Bouillon.
Sear bouillon. No, she said sear bouillon. You can have inspiration, Sarah. That was perfect.
Thank you. I'll take it.
So you did travel up the switchbacks carved into the face of the rock. Someone had posted a picture of it last week. There's some highways in East Asia somewhere that had this kind of same thing. Super steep mountains, and the roads are just carved into the edge of the mountain climbing up. It was just too perfect. But as you're going into the city, you're finding that caverns were carved out, 3 to 4 stories, so 30 to 40 feet tall, to make room in these different sections. And the rock was incredibly well put together. You haven't inspected the actual rock to figure out what it's made of yet, but they've got big sections of city, and then another 30 or 40 feet of rock, and then you're coming up to another level, and these are stacked all the way up for 3,500 feet. So there's 10 or 15 stories total of these, if you're counting them as 40-foot stories with filler in between. So very massive rock that you end up going up. You get to the top level, filled with super snooty people. Our favorite stuck-up people that we totally mean girls, which was just perfect. Gave them the biz, sassed them from here until next century, and they ran away with their tails between their legs, essentially. Tried to talk to the king. King was not having court. There's open court in the morning, but I think you guys asked for an appointment specifically. You made a point to get an appointment, and it's going to be before open court, but it's going to be super early.
7:30 a.m.
7:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Open court is in the afternoon, and we could have an appointment in the morning.
He would see you basically over breakfast, is what he said.
Yeah. We said, hey, we're here representing so-and-so. And he went, oh, okay.
Oh,
That's right.
actually
They
the
sent
thing. Okay.
they sent the runner in, and the runner said they would see you guys after. So you headed off to explore the rest of the the city a little bit and find some place to go to. And you found Nine Bears, which was a tavern that was not as well utilized. People just don't like Nine Bears as much. They're all a little bit more full of themselves. It's much more of a traditional looking tavern. It has some great whiskey. There's some staff members there that were entertaining with like the bard and a few people. But Nine Bears is near the top, and it is in one of the sections where the Sarah, I need to know. I'm driving myself nuts. Is it a meteor if it strikes the planet? Ask the astrophysicist when you don't remember.
I think so. It's not an asteroid.
No, an asteroid is outside of the planet.
Yeah.
I'm just Googling now. Astrophysicist doesn't remember, so we're going to say meteors when meteoroids enter Earth's
It's a meteorite. I apologize. It's a meteorite.
Meteorites survive a trip through the atmosphere. Correct.
Yep.
So.
Oh my gosh. Google meteorite.
What?
Okay.
Google meteorite?
Google meteorite.
Get the fuck out.
It's so cool.
Oh,
My stranger check.
Because in my head I was like, I think it's a meteorite if it strikes the planet, and I googled it to make sure, and all of a sudden the meteorite came I was like, oh, whoa.
I was really hoping that if I scrolled down far enough until it gave me the more results, it would have the little rock sitting at the bottom. It doesn't.
Chunk
but,
sitting in the,
We're so easily distracted.
Yeah. Told you. Dungeons and D&D players.
So yes, a meteor is when it does not survive through the atmosphere, and a meteorite is what strikes the planet. So now that we've all been educated, this meteorite is open to the sky, and inside of 12, or was it 12 bear or 9 bear? It was 9 bear, wasn't it?
12 bear.
12 bear. No, it was 12 bear. Yep, I just found my notes. But so the 12 bear tavern, or known as the 12 bear, it has this celestial view. Like the higher story of this place has a massive panoramic window made of magically reinforced glass that shows you the entirety of the night sky, and it's absolutely gorgeous. You can see the horizon, the strange, almost northern lights, kind of nebulous glow about those trees that are on them, and you can see you can see Agavina, the dark star of Eterna, floating up there. I think that's kind of where we left off. Yes. Did we have any major notes from anything last week of people having conversations?
Isadoran.
Ship has sailed.
Sorry, I will allow the president of the Isadoran fan club captain of the ship Isadoran.
USS.
Thank
the
you.
USS Isadoran.
That's the ESS for Eterna.
Oh yeah. The Eterna. What does SS stand for? I don't even know.
Sanctioned ship? Or United States ship? I don't know.
Oh yeah, it is just United States ship. That's dumb.
So
I thought it stood for something. It's just.
So we're gonna say ESS for Eterna Sanctioned ship.
There you go.
Yeah, the captain of the ESS Isadoran, to recap us on the activities aboard the ship last time we were here.
Thank you all for coming to story time with the captain of the USS Isadoran. On our previous episode of Isadoran, The Rage of Passion, we had Isadora carrying the weakened Doran to bed and staying with him a moment longer than perhaps she thought she should have, but who is to deny her heart? You know? So she talks about how she feels like she's allowed to be vulnerable around him, and he says that he really likes her, and then he holds her hand and then kisses it, and we all wave our hands around like we're crazy and enjoy it very much. Thank you for coming to Isadoran Storytime with Sarah. See you next week.
Me frantically going to get the cover art for The Rage of Passion.
Mhm.
That is such a fucking good piece. I love
It really-
It's
so much.
so good.
Sam nailed it.
It is. Sam is always.
I love
Does
when
does
people
Sam
do
ever
cover
not
art.
serve? Is there ever a piece where we're like, you know, it's just
Nope.
like
Nah.
Sam
Sam's
just
art is mwah,
Yeah.
chef's kiss.
it's a
even her
freaking
doodles are
5-course
like, what the
meal
frick?
every time.
Yeah, the doodles
Yeah.
are-
Even the doodles are just mind blowing sometimes.
We're just gonna go ahead and pop up The Rage of Passion there.
you got it.
The cover of the book. Oh, it took me a minute.
Oh,
Available at your local retailer in
enshrined
the town.
in spines.
Yeah.
Listen.
Imagine
Listen.
if Soren saw that.
Right next to Blood in the
Imagine.
Sand.
Oh, Blood and Sand's not written yet. It's coming.
Oh, that's right. Blood in the Sand is not actually.
I don't think Rage of Passion's written yet either. What did you say? You had you had your 13-year-old blog post about some like fantasy fiction that you wrote. And
No, we said Blood and Sand was written. Rage of Passion wasn't.
That's right.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's right.
because
Yeah.
Blood in the Sand was 13-year-old Max's.
What her Wattpad account? Just
Yeah. the you know, insane
Archive of our
13-year-olds learning that they're allowed to write, and then they do.
then
Some
making
of them
everyone
didn't
else's
stop.
problem.
I know how to express my feelings, and I'm going to make it everyone's problem.
Perfect. Sorry, kids were running in and doing chores and stuff, so I needed to mute for a second. Okay.
My kids.
So we had Jaeger, I think, grabbed a bottle of whiskey and went up to chill, was the plan. And Soren ran off to go to the bookstore and was coming back. Yeah. Do we have anything else for the evening that anyone wanted to discuss? Because I know we were all focused on the good ship Isadoran.
How do you?
Go
Are
ahead,
we
Jaeger.
all staying in the same room?
Yes.
They had I think they had a suite at the top that had a few different rooms in it.
Mm-hmm. I thought it was we got like the presidential suite or
Yeah, it was
whatever.
basically like, because this is a diplomatic level, so you guys basically got like the presidential suite.
Yeah, well,
We way overpaid for it, and made them all very happy.
With Doran just sleeping, I guess I'll mosey up after my dinner and whatnot and just have the bottle. And then just over time, the book will tempt me and I'll just drink from the bottle. And then I'll summon the book
Okay.
and I'll just start getting more and more anxious and just start with the leg bounce and just stare at the book for a while. Take some more swigs. Maybe I'll open the book and read the first page.
You read the inscription at the front of the book that reminds you, knowledge commands action and wisdom pays the price.
Yeah, he'll sit there for a while, at least until someone comes in. But it'll just drive him nuts a little bit, and then however long it takes me to finish the bottle, I don't know if I need to make a con save or something to that.
How far into the bottle before you pop up in the book? Or before you summon the book?
I summon the book like after first swig. After that, I'd probably not open the book at all until halfway through the bottle.
So I will ask pointedly for Blair, because everybody, I think, let me scroll back up to my notes on the book. Relentless Codex. Tangible, it has the hum. When it's in the presence of somebody. Blair, your choice.
Yes.
Because you're attuned to the book and because of the fact that you used to be a familiar and now you're this, and this book is completely alien to you but is immensely powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel that drop like a stone into water, like that rippling of magic as the book materializes?
I'd say yeah.
So, do you go to the source when it materializes, or do you kind of peek
Yeah, I'm
around?
curious.
Do you wait, and then follow-up question, then do you wait to see if he opens it before you make yourself known, or do you try to hide in the corner away from him?
I'm up on the ceiling watching.
Visible to him or not?
Invisible for now, just face pressed through the ceiling like a goddamn creep.
Okay, absolutely.
I know he's got a massively high perception, so he probably knows I'm there
It's
anyway.
only a 21.
I would say that with what's racking on your brain and the fact that you're staring at this book and a bottle of whiskey, and just because of what she is, you may sense that something might be watching you, but it's up to Jaeger whether or not you're focused on the book too much or if you actually look around the room to see if you're alone.
There's always something watching me.
Oh, perfect. That's what we like to hear from our boy.
Isn't there though?
So yeah,
I'll roll a stealth check to see how quiet I am up there on the fucking ceiling.
Sure, make a stealth check for me then. You can do it at advantage because he's very
Okay.
distracted. Or you can just roll dub nat 20s. Good lord.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I am the specter in the ceiling.
It's
I
funny.
do not exist.
It just barely beats my passive.
Good lord. Okay. Yeah, you are the specter in the ceiling.
I'm in your walls. I'm in your goddamn walls.
You watch for a while then as Jaeger is just pulling on the bottle, staring at this book.
I'll tell you even more. You see, like, the book is eating at him immensely, and you see him like grinding into the table with his fingernails. Like,
How long
it's
are you doing this for?
as long as until someone comes in.
With
think it
Jaeger's
was-
past, probably like 20 minutes to get about half the
And-
bottle down.
Probably can hear whoever's coming,
Like I'd
like
say,
in the door.
you know, decanter about this size. So if he gets that first week, he's probably down to about here in 15, 20 minutes easy.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
It's not a
think I'll
full
pop
like
into his head.
liter of liquor, you know, it's a smaller storage bottle and serving bottle.
Right. How long was I gone for the bookstore thing? Like
30 to 45 minutes. You guys had to walk to the other side of the city.
I flew.
You flew. So, I mean, you spent some time in the bookstore.
Yeah.
I'd say 30,
Okay.
45 minutes. So not quite back yet.
I'm gonna pop into his head. Doing all right there?
You see him like settle before even responding. Like, he puts his hands down flat on the table, looks around, doesn't look up.
Make a con check
Yeah.
too, by the way, halfway through the bottle. Make con
Con
save.
save.
Oh, them words are
Yeah.
slurring.
It's 6.
Them words are slurring.
Broke.
Ooh.
Then in that case, you see him just get up, knock over the chair, and just kind of walk over. Yeah, I'm good, and then just fall over on a bed.
You don't look like you're good there, buddy. You look like you're spiraling a little bit.
No response.
Is there a response?
Is he asleep?
No.
Just gonna
Asleep.
slowly creep down from the ceiling. Down the walls. I mean, I'm visible now to him.
There's
Just gonna
still
sit
no
there,
response.
tap him on the back of the head. I know you're not asleep, you know. Your breathing's different when you're sleeping.
Give me a second. Hold on.
You just gotta go.
No. Private.
Honk shoo me me.
Sleight of hand.
Okay.
Oh, shoot.
Okay.
Hold on one second.
I guess it's Jaeger, so me.
No.
Oh, shoot.
Ooh.
Me.
Success.
I had to. Sorry.
Yep, successful.
Yeah.
Actually,
good.
you're drunk. I need you one more at disadvantage because you're drunk.
Okay, true. Yeah.
What?
Private side.
Still successful.
Same thing.
We're rolling. The system, I think, is. I can't wait to like upgrade the whole system because I think it's running off of an old software and it's starting to get deteriorated because it's rolling lots of doubles.
Mm.
You, as you pat him on the head, kind of just turns his head on the bed, not even on the pillow. He's just laying on the bed, and he'll depress the hammer of his gun. What are you doing in here?
Well, I felt the book get summoned, so I'm a little concerned.
Nothing to be concerned about. Just a little curious is all.
Says the man who's been drinking and staring at it and having a very obvious mental breakdown.
Could be true. Could be the bottle.
What's eating at you?
What isn't? Everything eats at me. It's all good.
Family stuff?
Yeah. You can say that.
I mean, if it makes you feel better, you do get to them at the end. You do find them. They do come back. I saw that much.
Yeah, I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that. Good night.
Just letting you know. That was before the book came into play. So you don't need it to find them. We're just gonna slurp through the floor.
Yeah,
I
you
want to ask the book a question.
you slurp through the floor and head back down, like come through the main level as Soren. You're walking through the front door and you absolutely catch Blair just dripping through the ceiling as Maximiel's still busy over, I think, with the bard. Like the bard was doing songs and Max was going to be. You were super excited because the bard was there, or did you?
No.
The good ship Isadora went upstairs, so I don't remember what Max was up to.
Max never said what she was up to.
Okay, perfect. Well, we will just double check really quick what Max was up to because Blair comes dripping through the ceiling and I want to know what Max was doing.
Max is mad that she has to be up at least 6:30 in the morning. Max may have come from a land where it's always sunny, but that doesn't mean she's a morning person. And so she's going to grumble and go to bed early, unfortunately.
Are you stomping up the stairs?
Yes.
Perfect.
Excellent.
As Soren comes in, or like a little while after, do you catch Blair dripping through the ceiling? Your call.
I probably catch Blair dripping through the ceiling.
So the scene is Blair dripping through the ceiling, Maximiel stomping up the stairs, and Soren walking in the front door at the same time.
I don't really pay mind to the Blair dripping thing because that's just what she does.
It's just normal.
Yep. All right.
It's day one.
Do other people freak out about that?
They gave her weird looks when she climbed through the ceiling.
Uh-huh.
And now that she's back there, just kind of like... Weird group, this
Totally
one. Okay.
oblivious to the fact
But they're not...
this is not a normal
But,
thing.
I mean, you guys paid them enough money to not give a shit, so they're kind of like...
Yeah, we gave them fuck you money.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
You're getting the looks of like the bartender's just like sitting there with the glass cleaning it, and it's like, never mind. Just like goes back. It's like I'm gonna get
giggling.
this spot. I'm gonna get this spot really good, and I'm not gonna look.
So, yeah, come back in, chipper,
that's been
smile on the
struggling.
face.
When I do see the two of them, I'm just gonna be like, by the way, you two, you should check up on your buddy. He's
Which
not having a
one?
good time upstairs with the book.
Doran?
No, Jaeger.
Why? What did he do?
I mean, he pulled the book out, which I felt, and then he just sat there, stared at it, and drank like half a bottle of whiskey.
Right.
Oh wow.
So, you guys might want to check up on your buddy.
Did Isadora come back down after putting Doran to bed? Okay, so Isadora's still down at the bar. And Max went stomp, stomp, stomp upstairs.
It was like such a normal evening.
Are any evenings we have normal?
Comparatively normal, yes. All right, I'll see if I can coax out some sort of bit of information from him, but he's generally speaking a fucking vault.
Yeah. I mean, you had the best luck out of all of us, though.
Yeah,
I mean, imagine
think you can get through.
imagine if I went up there. That's not the solution right now.
Yeah, we're
That's
the
fine.
two. Pointing to Isadora and me, the two of us will likely just make it worse. You might actually get through to him.
All right.
Now, while he does that, Isadora, let's drink, because I'll get fucked up tonight.
Do not get fucked up tonight. We have to be up in the morning. Early.
Okay, and I don't have to sleep,
I don't have to sleep either.
and I have like the worst.
Okay, but
like
we're still going to be
worst
hungover
tolerance.
and drunk in the morning, and we're going to talk to someone who is really fucking important.
Alrighty, I'll limit it to one.
Thank you. Just 2, 3, something. It's just, I don't know what your limits are because you're dead and you're deader. So, but just use discretion. Limits are important.
So
Have I ever not?
Yeah, one big ass drink.
Look at the bartender.
The guy on TikTok that like makes the fruit drink out of like 3 bottles of
Yeah.
tequila, 6 bottles of squirt, you know.
We get a fucking fishbowl.
Yeah. That actually looks like a great way to start the night, huh?
Those fucking margaritas
Start.
that's just like,
I mean, I feel like drinking and painting, so Isadora, I do need a model for a pose, so I'm gonna need you to help me with this.
Okay, what kind of pose?
Well, I'm drawing out what I saw in the future, and I saw a couple interesting poses, and I'm not the best at drawing people together yet, so
What did you see?
I saw the happy ending at least.
For who? What are you talking about?
Don't worry about it. You'll see what I'm painting.
Okay.
Now just
All
stand
right.
like that and move your arm up like this. Just getting her to pose while drinking and painting.
As you guys were talking about the bowl, the bartender kind of peeks over as you guys are. You had discussed the bowl and we're joking, and what was her name? There was the Zareth, the dark elf lady with the short pixie cut hair.
the nice young lady.
Yeah, the nice thing. She leans in. You guys, you said a bowl drink, like a big bowl, because we had this. We used to serve this thing for people that would come watch the star and like all the cool shifting colors, and they would want to just sit here and drink all night and have fun. We made this thing called the Celestial Tide, and it was served in our big like ornate bear carved bowl. Do you want that?
Yes.
Absolutely.
We haven't made one in a long time, but we'll make one for you.
Yeah,
Oh
'cause
my gosh, that would be amazing.
Isadora will just sip from it and I'll trust you to finish it off.
Okay, all right, deal.
So it's as they like bring this giant serving bowl out, it's 2 bottles of some type of liquor, a cup of another, or 2 cups of 2 different like schnapps type liquors, like lighter but very flavorful, and then 4 cups of various juices, some sparkling water, some fresh fruit juices. She like pulls out a wand and she's like, I don't even know if this works, and she like flicks it at the bowl. It's a wand of edible glitter, and it just like poofs and makes like glittery effects in the drink.
Yes.
She puts like a bunch of
I need
fresh
that-
berries
I need
and
that
juices in there, strips off a very minty herbal leaf. It kind of tastes like mint and
my
cardamom a
God.
little bit. So it's got a little bit of a spice kick to it. And then she takes 3 rocks and grabs another wand and then casts a modified version of dancing lights on them that turns them into little glowing stones. Very, very much think Stormlit infused spheres, just because it's the
Hell
best
yeah.
visual for this, and just plunks them into the drink, and then gives it a huge stir, and the glitter is swirling, and the stones are heavy enough that they sit at the bottom, and it just reflects like a swirling, like giant bowl of drink.
Max is gonna be so mad
And
that she missed this.
It's glowing like sparkling, kind of like sparkling northern lights like on the ceiling a little bit, and then it hits the glass up above, and you see it like shimmering, and it kind of matches the starlight color perfectly. And she goes, okay, you guys definitely paid us enough, so here's one celestial tide. And she slides it forward and puts 2 giant straws in it.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, that was incredible. Thank you for just thinking of this. This is
We haven't served one in like 30 years, but
Dang.
I do remember the recipe well. No comments on my age, and you can still have it on the
I
house.
was about to say,
Shut up.
you look amazing for
just-
having done that 30 years ago.
Thank you, but
You look incredible.
it's a little bit of a faux pas. We all look like we're young adults, for most species,
Trust me,
but we just don't talk about it.
She comments on mine all the time. I'm over 10,000, and she, still can't wrap her head around
He
it.
looks younger than me, and I'm 125.
She thinks about it for a moment, grabs a cup and scoops out some of the celestial tide and goes, thank you, and just walks to the other side of the bar.
Nice.
So you guys have a giant celestial tide, and you're getting Isadora to pose under the starlight.
Mm-hmm. We are wine painting,
Should
essentially.
we keep this to ourselves, or should we go get Max?
Max needs to sleep tonight. You and I don't sleep.
Fair.
Some of us need 8 hours to get a long rest in, Isadora.
You're right. I was really excited just because I knew she'd like this kind of thing, but you have a really good point,
She's
Blair.
gonna be so mad in the morning.
Yes.
Listen, after we meet the king, we'll bring her back here and we'll have one again with her.
Yes.
Mm.
Okay. So you might not need sleep, and you might be creatures of celestial origin, but alcohol still has its effects.
Listen, I'm slow sipping this time. I learned my lesson last time. I'm going to keep a nice buzz. I'm not going to get shit-faced.
Isadora, chugging or buzzing? Because it is.
She's gonna chug it, but like it's
probably like 4 total liters of liquid
okay.
with various
She's not
juices.
gonna. She can't really physically chug the whole thing, but she'll drink thoroughly.
Drink
If-
thoroughly.
If you guys take your time with it, it lasts you about halfway through the night,
Okay.
and then
Sounds
you
good.
could get infused coffees or something. And if you let's go with the emphasis check, because some people always show up to go drinking with their buddies and say, I'm just gonna get a light buzz going, and then they get way too party hardy. So
Listen, nobody said we had to finish this fucking thing.
Been there, done that.
I
we'll
did.
just go with an emphasis check with a 3 bonus on the bad side. So you need to exceed on the bad side, exceedingly bad to get fucked up.
This
So
is
go
for
ahead and
Isadora or for both of us?
Both of you roll a d20 or 2 d20s for me, and I'm gonna basically give you a
Right.
bonus on the bad side of 3 because you both are trying to be responsible.
I'm responsible.
You're responsible. You're responsible.
Okay.
We're both responsible.
Look at that.
So everybody else, you all drift off to sleep. Have a great restful evening. Maximo, you had something you want to do in the evening before sleep.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So Max goes up shortly after Blair comes down. Is Jaeger still face down on the bed?
Within
morning?
moments. No, within moments of Blair heading
Yeah.
below.
Yeah, face down.
Okay. Max opens the door, sees him, closes the door, and immediately follows suit.
Just
And goes
falls off the
face
bed.
down. And just sort of facing the covers goes, You doing okay, buddy? Or are you asleep? Are you asleep?
No response.
Max casts Mage Hand
Okay.
and goes over to his other side to where his armpit is and starts to tickle it. Just very gently to see if he has any reaction.
So this is gonna be
Strength save, con save.
no. This is gonna be a little bit meaner than that. I need you to make a wisdom save, Jaeger.
Oh no.
And you're drunk. So it's a
Normal or
disadvantage.
okay. Not bad. Oh yeah, okay. 13.
You begin to let out a chuckle, and the drink immediately takes over.
Oh.
And the chuckle starts, and you are immediately brought back to the last time you laughed like this, rolling on the ground in a tickle fight with your child.
That's not fair.
Dick.
Not cool.
Dick. That's why he did it to himself. Anyway.
Ha.
So you hear a little, and then Jaeger, it cuts deep, and you feel the ache.
What do you want?
Oh, sorry.
Bark, bark.
You seem weird, and there's like an empty bottle of alcohol on the table, and it was full when you were downstairs, and so I'm worried for your brain and for your liver. Are you okay, man? Is there anything I can do to help?
He sits up. You can see just the tears pooling in his eyes. I don't need your help. I
I
just
know you
need
don't.
my family.
Well, whether you need it or not, you have it. And she's gonna take the side of her dress and wipe his face. So, since you have it, what would you like to do with it?
Just kind of readjust. Sorry. I was just getting to sleep. Blair kind of spied on me a bit, and I've kind of taken the anger out on you.
It's okay to be angry.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's just it's a lot being here, seeing those rocks kind of just float around in the sky up there. Makes me really hate not making a pact with someone that can fly. Or
I
make
mean-
me fly.
We can fly.
Well, I mean, I can fly now too because of this stupid little thing here, but it was a joke.
Oh, sorry.
It didn't land. It's okay. Ooh, this bottle got to me a little bit. That hasn't happened in a while.
Why? Did you drink that much?
Going through it today.
Is it the Codex? I mean, that's a big thing that happened today, so I would assume that that would be...
Yeah, my upbringing was on a farm with my father and lovely mother, who taught me how to take care of crop and herd cattle That's all we did. Simple life in the hills. And to travel all this way to a world unknown that I had never thought existed was one shock. And to have power, raise up my arms. Well, I don't, they're in me now. I can't show that anymore. But to have power come into my life, that was number 2 of things that I never knew existed, where I could summon and do. And then a card deck of cards, granting wishes, and all that knowledge in this book. It doesn't tempt you to know what's out there?
I mean, everything that's out there can be found. This book is nothing but a shortcut. And I used the book to figure out what I needed a shortcut for. You know, there's been a question that's been bugging me all my life, and it's, why do I have magic? Why? And the whole reason I set out in the first place from my home, from my family, was to figure out why, so I could return to them and tell them what was wrong with me. And, you know, through the months, almost year that I've been away from home, I've learned a bit, but there was some things that I don't know if I could learn. So since I thought that I couldn't learn that, I asked, what's in me? Then I found out. And it's not like it would greatly improve or unimprove my life anymore. I just wanted to know. I wanted to know who was responsible for giving me what I have. That's it. And every time I've been offered something like this, there was a time when I got this scar, when Imana came to me in a vision and threatened me and asked me to, I don't even remember, but I said, no, I don't want you. I don't need you. I can do this myself. And she didn't like that, so now I have a scar and a tattoo to symbolize that I don't need her. I have myself. The time that was most frightening for me was when I didn't recognize myself from Imana, but it's always here, and it's always there. That's where you're gonna find the answers. We don't need the book to find out whether or not your family is alive or how to find your family. We're already gonna do that. You don't need the book. What would you use the book for? Ask it a question? You're not, ask them if they're alive or not? Ask them exactly their coordinates? Is that gonna help you? Is knowing that gonna help you, or is that gonna make you feel worse? Is it gonna spur you on, or is it going to cause you to deflate and stop? Sometimes you have to say no. Because it is too much. It's too much for one person to have. That's why I quit. It'd be too much.
A knock at the door. Am I interrupting?
Come in. I mean, I think.
Yeah,
Just
come
coming
in.
up to check on. Oh God, you look terrible.
I know.
Sorry, intruding. You look like you have it all handled.
It's all right. You can come on in. Oh, Max,
Overheard.
you're...
I overheard a bit. I mean, we're talking about the book, right?
Yeah, and more, I guess. But you're a lot braver than I, Max. I wouldn't ask where my family's at or if they're alive, because I'm destined to find that out myself. I already know that. I will do whatever that means, but we have one opportunity to prevent it from happening to anyone else ever again. And I'm just a measly farm boy.
Maybe you were. I don't think that's what you are now.
That's exactly my point.
What do you want to ask it? What do you mean, a way to prevent it from ever happening to anyone again? I mean, even if we...
Help this whole organization make sure that he's the last family. His is the last family that ever goes missing. Right?
Yes, and phenomancy has been the key to everything that's been happening.
A great deal of it, yes. It's a broad and sweeping and impactful change
Great.
upon our world.
Evil.
I agree.
How do I stop that?
Knowledge once unleashed upon the general public is not something you stop. It's something you teach people about and trust them to approach it with the certainty and the caution that they need to.
Our friend became a god.
I know.
Our friend also summoned a creature that has been alive longer than most everything on this planet.
And
Our other friend created a knowledge tome that contains everything.
yes.
You think I
think
can't
it's
stop
strange and
phenomancy from ever existing again?
Do you want to?
Yes.
But, I mean,
Will
She
I?
can conjure
I don't
lightning
know.
and melt people's faces off with it. Should we get rid of that?
because of it. I can unleash my full potential because of it.
I understand that, but I mean, magic being existing in the world is inherently dangerous depending on who you give it to. Phenomancy is a school of magic as we're understanding it as such.
What's stopping someone else from replicating the exact same stuff that I did to gain my power?
Nothing. What's stopping a mad wizard from raining down meteors upon Busat?
Could be me. Actually, it probably was me. Just,
What are you talking about? It was a hypothetical.
I mean, it could have happened. I wasn't in Busat. Maybe not in Busat. Yeah, you're right. It's not there, but maybe somewhere else. Closer to home. All right, I killed some wizards. Well, just happened.
Okay, I don't get it, but sure. My point is that magic
Yeah,
can
they're
be inherently-
stuffy, preppy. I get it.
It's not about the magic itself, it's about who uses it and for what.
I mean, we're not having this conversation about, like, necromancers, and, there have been some pretty evil necromancers in the past,
They have.
but necromancy also does good stuff.
Exactly. It bears repeating that bringing someone back from the dead, as Blair would with a giant cauldron of salt, is also technically necromancy. And I don't think anyone of us would shy away from that being applied to us if it were possible. I have a fucking mushroom heart. I don't know if that's necromancy, but it fucking feels like it.
I have crystals in my. I haven't tested yet. I don't know where they're at. They're somewhere in there.
Can I poke at his forearm to see if I feel them under the skin?
Crunchy.
It's like Jaeger dealer.
Yeah.
There's where you expect the bones to be, and there's a
Yeah.
chunk of crystal. Like there's a hard bone-like thing that's between the ulna and You remember the other bone?
Radius.
The radius.
Radius.
It's just right there, and you can feel this like hard crystalline tumor,
Ugh, gross.
and you can see it looking close. You can see like the blue, like the slight bulge of the musculature around it, and then that very light blue and the little bits of black.
It's a glowing hernia.
Funniest thing just went across my mind. I actually didn't even know they were still there. That's good to know.
Yeah, it's
So your
right
point is
there.
You are concerned about this book being power that is too strong to exist. Why? Do you not
No.
trust yourself? Do you not trust us?
No, I trust everyone. It's hard to trust myself sometimes, but I have to. There's a wormhole of knowledge that I'm sure you can be aware of and have gone down that rabbit hole of what's next, what else, give me more. I need to know more. The chapter ends and then it's a cliffhanger, and then you have to wait for like so many years for the author to finally get around to writing the sequel to it, and it's like, holy shit, this was terrible. But you still wanted to know, and you still bought that second book.
So your concern is more the after effects and the cost and the potential for a wasted opportunity of limited resources.
I have been gifted a horrible, horrible curse now of infinite knowledge
Mhm.
in its entirety, and I don't think I can give it up just yet.
Who says you have to?
Here's this whole dilemma and why it's eating at my soul. Once I start, I don't stop.
Right?
And it's already addiction.
We all have our vices.
We do. And that's where the bottle's coming in from. Just happened to be good.
You don't have to give it up, but would it?
Would it make you feel better?
Would it be best? Best
I
for
don't-
you?
I don't
Best
think I
for the
can-
world?
Don't worry about the world. The world is going to make its own decisions.
Yeah. So
What about
but
yourself?
he's having this heroic quandary.
Yes, well,
You know, it's the self-sacrificial, standalone Nightwalker whole vibe that he's been putting on this entire time.
and I'm asking him to think about himself for once.
Pretty pleased with the cherry on top? Fantasy cherry? I don't know if cherries
Do we
exist.
have cherries?
Hey,
Cherries exist, right, Ben?
Sure. Why,
Yeah.
why would they?
Ah,
I I am thinking of myself here. Hence the human moral quandary of even asking a question.
I don't know anything about a human moral quandary.
Yeah.
Alien to you, really.
Yeah.
Let us know if you ever have to feel one.
I'll let you.
That'll be terrifying. Best of luck.
It seems like it would be rather unpleasant based off of your situation,
Yeah.
but
In the interest of transparency, I have a thought on this subject.
Do share?
I haven't used the book. Now that we know the cost to it, I don't think I could. But we still have one wish. I know there are many things that we can do with it, nigh infinite things. I see this book as a resource. One that has a cost to it. We know that now. It's not debatable. At a certain point, someone will have to be offered up to it, to go out and seek this knowledge. I have a theory in my mind, a sort of formula. I think there is a way that we can fix that requirement, but it will require the wish. I don't know if that's worth it. Half of us seem afraid to use the book in the first place. Maximilian, you can't even use it to begin with.
I don't need to.
But what if you could? What if you didn't have to worry about the compulsion and the things that it takes from you and from others just to fuel its power? What if you could just ask any question that flits into your mind?
That would
Wouldn't you want
take...
it?
Not exactly. That takes the... If you have everything at your fingertips, then what's the point of working towards anything? What's the point of existing?
Because knowledge still requires action. Knowledge is not the end goal. Knowledge is a tool.
Yeah, you get the knowledge and move on to the next thing. That's just how it works.
Exactly. So you save yourself the time and the struggle, the potential failure of not knowing things when you march into a situation. You are planning to adopt a throne. Wouldn't you want to know things that elude you, that could be never discerned beyond the wildest imaginations? Motives of potential allies or potential enemies. Secrets of rulership that remain locked away in the past or in the future. Who knows?
Dishonest. It
What about
feels
honesty?
dishonest.
It's not about honest or dishonest.
No, it's more about morality.
If you use it for dishonest means, yes, I agree, but I don't think you would. I think that's why we all trust each other with this creation. We've spent time together, we assessed each other, we know each other, with maybe the exception of Blair because she's new, but that's fine. We trust each other with implicit, near infinite power. And I think that says a lot about us. I trust you with a crown and with this book, even if you can't access it anymore.
I appreciate that. But again, knowledge always has a cost. Sometimes that cost is having to go out and find it. And sometimes that cost is not knowing whether or not your actions are your own. I don't think we can get rid of the consequences of our actions. And the consequences of our actions are, if we ask the book a question, there's gotta be some form of retribution for it. There's gotta be. There's no way we could have worded the wish in such a way. There's no
We
way
have a
that...
second wish. I'm telling
word
you
it-
now, I think I have something that I couldn't formulate into words, but I have a thought. It's nebulous and extensive. But I think it might work.
It's still besides the point that Jaeger is sitting here not knowing what he should do. Let's not worry about the book for now. I'm sure that your thought is great. You have a lot of thinking thoughts, and you have a very masterful old mind. I'm sure that your wish idea is great. It's old.
Just gonna
You're old.
poke Soren in the back.
Thank
Ooh, the dagger.
Yes,
All the
thank you.
tables have
That wasn't-
turned.
yeah.
Wait.
She's the one wielding daggers. It's terrifying.
It stings.
Jaeger, who is half your age, Soren,
Whoa.
Less than that.
Bringing my age into this.
well, Well, you were talking about that. Anyways. You. We're worried about you. I'm worried about you. And I'm worried about how you're going about using this book. Or how you want to use the book. And that using the book will hurt you.
No, he's not worried about himself.
I
He's
am.
worried about himself. I know you are. He's worried about what he'll do to others.
Not necessarily to others either.
What?
I can't explain what I'm actually worried about because I don't know. And that's a very, very scary place for me. And knowing is also a very scary place that I don't know if I can handle. But
Things all the time, and I'm flourishing.
yeah, exactly. But my life has led me in a different direction very rapidly, and it's changed and altered the way that I think. And the unfortunate bit is I have an immediate goal, but my mind has been opened. Maybe my plan is just to be the sacrifice. Maybe that's it for me. Who knows?
What?
I could end it
Sacrifice
with
to what?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to say.
Why are we posing that as a potential option?
Because
What
it
are we
could take
sacrificing
one
to?
person
Right.
to end it all. To end all the evil. So that families don't have to go through this and suffer alone. Yeah, there's other evils that will take its place. Yeah, there's other things and criminals. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking very, very specifically the Ebon Hand and even phenomancy.
And you are describing an idea of using the wish to get rid of all that at the cost of what? Your life? How does that work? I don't understand.
Well, the wish isn't mine to take, so I'm not even talking about a wish.
Oh, then how are we entertaining this magical idea of you sacrificing yourself for somehow world-altering events? I don't know.
I can phrase that into a question into a book that knows everything. Maybe it spits out an answer.
Maybe. Might also tell you that's not possible.
Uh-huh. And then what?
Yeah.
Open up the rabbit hole.
That we move forward.
Uh-huh.
As we always would have.
And then what other questions am I going to ask the book?
I don't know. Whatever comes up.
You can think like that. I have to think 50, 60 steps out there to stop what's going on in my head.
That is me thinking 50, 60 steps out there.
Wow, you guys are thinking far ahead.
We're really not.
I'm
These
thinking
are
like
the
one
things
step
people are
back. Come on, y'all.
The simple fact is that we cannot know what is coming. The book will not necessarily tell us what is coming. It might tell you the shortest, most direct route to achieve that goal. Yes, it might also tell you all the myriad different ways that will never work, like what fucking Isadora used on earlier today. All the thousands of ways that the city guard descended upon us and killed us all. It might not be possible to achieve it in that way. It's just a question of do you want to know, and how badly? Would it be easier for you if I asked?
No. I mean, yeah, but no. There's...
That is actually interesting. If you say I'm asking for a friend, does it give the compulsion to your friend or to you?
We're finding loopholes.
I don't think there are loopholes.
I don't either.
Or would the compulsion end when you tell them because you're compelled to tell them how?
Or do
And
we
then
just
they're not
both
compelled.
get compelled? Never know
Oh,
until
yeah.
we try it.
Who knows?
See, now it's a different rabbit hole. Is what first question do I give to you to ask the book that might give us a different answer than what I was expecting to then go chase down something if we're compelled to do something else? And if it means both of us now have to be compelled to do that, how do I stop you from doing it if I'm over compelled to stop you from doing it?
Good Lord, y'all. Good lords. Polytheistic.
You're the
But,
one that
like-
woke me up.
Yes, because you aren't doing well. Clear. These are not the thoughts that mentally healthy people think.
We do have to be up early, so yes, this should be something that does get resolved so you can actually find some fucking sleep tonight.
Well,
You hear
I don't need
a
to sleep tonight.
raucous giggle and laughter erupt from downstairs. Blair and Isadora are clearly having a great time. You guys are up here having a serious conversation.
Sounds like a riot down there.
It is.
It's literally just two people laughing in a tavern that had like 10 people in it. They are the noisy ones.
I'm okay right now.
I trust you implicitly, Jaeger, not to be lying to us.
I will not ask anything into the book today, tonight, or in the morning.
It's not really my criteria, but sure.
Well, I mean, I'm still tempted to ask a question. I'm not going to give that up just yet.
What
Just
do
like
you wanna-
cigarettes. Can't do it.
They smell so bad.
Yeah, but
I do.
you ever have an itch that you can't itch? And it's like the only thing that like gets rid of that itch. And once you itch the spot that has been itching, it's like immediate relief. Yeah. That's kind of what those do.
It smells. That would like cause a second itch.
Exactly.
Anyways, that's
Good point, though. What would you even ask the book? Purely hypothetically, it's not here. It's not real right now. But if you were to ask it a question regarding this sort of grandiose, impossible idea of save your family, destroy the Ebon Hand, and all of Phenomancy for the rest of the world forever, you
and
alone,
kill yourself,
and probably
since
kill
that's
yourself in
what
the
you
process.
seem to want.
Want?
Again, I know.
How would you phrase this question?
Like, why does it like everyone implies what I actually want? I just want my family back. That's what I want.
Yes, and
What are you
everyone-
gonna ask it?
My question, thank you. I have to get shit out.
Come on, ask your question.
This is the dilemma. I'm struggling with it. With Phenomancy, is there a way to destroy the Ebon Hand? Number one.
Follow-up
How?
question: do we think we need Phenomancy to destroy them?
No, but it bridges into the gap of they're using Phenomancy. I can kind of bridge that into some knowledge without asking it too many questions at once. It kind of just sets up my hypothesis of Phenomancy is the key. And if it says no, then that kind of shoots a different painful point into my questions.
Can you destroy the Ebon Hand with Phenomancy? That's your question.
Well, I probably have to word it a little differently because I don't want a yes or a no for that. And how?
And how? Yes. It's a solid question.
I don't know what the follow-up would be to that. What is the cost to know that?
This is a puzzle that reveals itself one piece at a time. You cannot know the full board before you have all the pieces, and you cannot get all the pieces before you've asked all the questions.
Case in point, the
gambler by
dilemma.
nature.
You don't think I've
Understand
been
the costs
trying to
and the
walk
risks.
through this? Yes, yes, yes. I have to be willing to walk down that path and know what the next step is. So I'm trying to work it through my brain. Obviously not too well. Because alcohol in this does not help at all.
Why don't drink?
Yep. Well, I stopped. That's
You stopped?
well, there's a drinking to drink, different story. You can have the social drink just to sit there and sip. That's fine. This, grab a bottle and hit the bottom of it, that's not. And I don't do that very often.
Good.
Yeah. Bad things tend to happen. Anyways, not going to ask it. That would be my starting point. Terrifies me to know what more is out there for phenomancy. And if it even knows, which it should, it knows everything. That's it.
Supposed to sleep on it. Do try to sleep.
Was going to. We'll see.
Look over at Max. You too.
I know. You see these bags under my eyes? It's been such a long day.
You're like 12 years old. You do not have bags under your eyes.
First of all, I'm 13. No,
You're so right. I'm so sorry.
I actually don't know how old I am.
Are you not?
20-ish.
They didn't tell you.
How am I? I wound up somewhere looking like a toddler. They say you look too. And it's been like,
So, huh?
yeah, I have no clue how old I am. I was
Just
considering
sounds-
asking the book it, but I don't need to know.
Well, I mean, there's
Oh.
there's some weird methodology that I could try out. I just need some more of your blood. We can try and find out. Get it
Let's save the bloodletting for tonight and maybe figure
That's a later
some
problem.
cheap
And
actual
you know, if I see Nipsa tomorrow, maybe she can tell me.
I could ask the book.
Don't ask the book. I purposefully did not ask the book about my parents or about my age because I don't need to know.
Bad addiction.
I'll
Yeah.
go to bed.
Go to bed. Sleep.
You too. Both of
It's-
you. Go to
Are
bed.
we gonna have to share? How many beds are there?
How many beds are there?
There are
Angela Man?
3 rooms. There's the presidential suite and then 2 supporting ensuites. An ensuite is a toilet, so like 2 supporting suites that have their own ensuites. So there's 3 private bathrooms too. But there is
Nice.
there's the one presidential bed, which is like a California king, supersized, 4 pillow post bed, like super fluffy. And then there's the 2 supporting staff rooms, which are double queens in those ones.
Mm-hmm.
Like 2 queens each.
I'm just gonna go knock out next to Doran.
Did
I'm gonna stay in
put
Jaeger's room.
Isadora put Doran in the big giant fluffy bed? She tuck him into the king bed, like the king's bed, because he's her king. I mean, didn't she put him in the king bed or what?
I kind of want Soren and Thorin to cuddle, so I'm gonna say yes.
Excellent.
We're in the same
Now
room.
cuddle.
not Cuddling.
Now cuddle.
Now kiss.
Now cuddle.
Now cuddle.
You guys have been adventuring for a year. Sometimes it gets cold. Sometimes you snuggle your buddy. I don't know, but
Yeah, when we're in the fucking hut in the frozen rim
He
of
is-
the world.
you are in the giant bed that is like a
Maybe-
wilderness.
The
And
big fluffy bed, the moment you sit on it, it absolutely just absorbs you. And for some reason, those old creaky bones are just like "Ah," as you just like fall into the bed. You don't even care that Doran's in it. You're just like
I
Soren
love
needed
that
this.
everyone gives Soren so much shit for being ancient when he's so young in comparison to some of
He's
us.
younger than
Yeah.
Isadora.
Yeah.
He looks old.
How about your old ass bones? Go get into the bed, old man. It's
I'm
bedtime.
getting a little gray because of you people.
You've had your early bird special. It's
You
time
want
to turn
their
in.
Metamucil
Well,
and
this has
word
to do with
jumbles,
us.
Grandpa?
I've drawn him with more and more white hair over the travels because of you guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't let Doran sit in the recliner in the tavern. He's going to be snoring at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Or Soren, sorry, not Doran.
I'm already half white.
He's going to be
gonna
over
say.
there with his crossword, just as everyone's trying to plan the next step of the adventure. God, Soren, you're old.
It's literally our fault that his bones creak.
You
Listen, you're only
small
as
fuck.
old as you feel, and Soren just feels ancient.
Yep.
He just feels
Yeah.
ancient.
He's old. Not,
Each
fucking
of these
senile.
broody conversations that he has to be a part of ages him 10 years.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
Meanwhile, the other two
Soren,
downstairs.
This
Yes,
morning,
great.
he's gonna find more grays.
Soren climbs into the
Counts-
giant
he
fluffy
counts
bed.
them.
I'm getting up early.
He
'cause
counts
you
the
people-
grades.
Doran feels the bed shift and a familiar friend and rolls over to give him the cuddle, but it is a California king. And they're both on opposite sides of this massive bed, and they both just kind of fall asleep without touching.
Yeah, not gonna lie.
They're reaching.
They're the
The painting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
No.
Why are you guys trying to make us fucking gay? What?
Oh,
That's not what
fingers! The fingers! The
I mean,
It's Pride Month.
to be fair, it's Pride, so yeah.
Sure.
We gotta touch tips.
the roof of the Sistine Chapel. Come on, reaching to God.
Listen, it's not gay to cuddle the homies.
Yeah, actually. It is
Hold
not gay
on.
to cuddle the
Hold
homie.
on.
It is
Hold
not
on.
gay to cuddle the
Hold
homies.
on. I have the meme for this.
It's Pride Month,
It was
obviously.
sent to me very
They're
recently.
allies. Okay.
Alas.
One moment. So someone was texting somebody else and they did hashtag gay, hashtag lesbian, hashtag bisexual, hashtag pride, and they all show up as rainbow colors. And then it said hashtag kissing the homies goodnight, and it showed up normally and said, see, it's not rainbow. I told you it's not gay, bro. Always gotta smooch the homies goodnight. And with that,
So long as the socks are on.
as long as the socks are on, because it's only a Greek orgy if you all take your socks off, right?
What?
Yeah, the wasn't the original, some mistranslation of orgy was like when people were walking around barefoot together or something in the same room. Yeah,
Really?
I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know if
I
it's
can't
orgies.
remember if it was it was a term or some mistranslation, but that was what the term was. Is like it was considered an orgy if you all had your socks off together or something, of your foot coverings, like your sandals, if you were all barefoot together. I can't remember,
Jeez.
but we have.
I think there was something
Nice little
implied there by everybody having their socks off.
Probably,
I think
probably.
they were implying
Hey,
something.
The implications. However, we have Soren and Doran not snuggle buddying in the giant bed. Jaeger and Maximil passed out in 2 separate beds, and then the party queens.
Maximil is totally snuggling.
I think Jaeger keeps getting up and switching beds.
Nope. Fine.
Did you see her use her levitation to just float
I don't have the
to the
strength to
next
get out
bed?
of it.
You're just snuggling up.
Is this Maximil big spooning Jaeger?
Yes.
Good
Yes.
Lord,
Oh, no.
yes.
I
Yep.
have not. Well, hold on.
Sam, I really
Let
want
the
to see
dice.
this.
Let the
Hold
dice
on.
do it.
We're letting
And,
the dice
and
decide.
wrapping the tail so he can't move.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Get cuddled.
I did intelligence. I meant whiz
The mouse disappeared.
or con. I meant con actually. It was a 2.
Takes physical damage
Oh
by
gosh,
being
you
cuddled.
rolled a 2.
Yeah, it was a 2.
Predatory cuddled idiot.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere.
Get cuddled.
You cuddle him, and the booze takes over, and he's just like, "Well, I guess it's warm," and passes out. And then Max has got the
Guess it's
tail
warm.
wrapped like a boa constrictor.
Feel loved.
Get snuggled, nerd.
It is snuggled.
And then we got our 2 vibrant, slaying queens downstairs. What was the quote? Hold on. I need to scroll back up. Give me 1 second, because I did react. It was perfect. Unbothered, moisturized, in our lanes, and flourishing. These two queens are downstairs drinking and painting the night away. And with that, we will go on break because it took us like an hour and a half to get through going to bed. God, I love this game.
Cyorion
I
Chronicles.
love this game
Yep.
so much.
RP night.
RP night. We're gonna go on break. We'll do a quick ad roll while we go on break, and we'll be back in about 5 minutes for everybody. So we'll see you guys
Enjoy
soon.
the theme song.
Oh, I gotta
theme
fix it on that
song.
screen. Oh, geez, I'll fix it on that screen. Give me 1 second. I'll do that. So we may be on break for 6 minutes, so I can fix the song. But we'll be right back.
Magic in the air tonight. Midnight calls us to fight. Ancient whispers in the wind. Lost schemes to defend. A journey that will never end. New legends we will pen. Midnight Parliament, unite. Darkness falls, we'll ignite. With our hearts shining bright, we ride on through the night. Swords clash in a distant land, mystic forces in our hands. Together we will make a stand, bound by fate's command. Midnight Parliament, unite. Darkness falls, we'll ignite. With our hearts shining bright, we ride on through the night. Dragons soar in sky so bold, treasures found in tales of old. Our story yet to be told, a legacy made of gold. Midnight Parliament, unite. Darkness falls, we'll ignite. Darkness falls, we'll ignite. We ride on through the night, our hearts shining bright. We ride on through the night. Dragons soaring, sky so bold. Treasures found in tales of old. Our story yet to be told, a legacy made of gold. Midnight Parliament, unite. Darkness falls, we'll ignite. Darkness falls, we'll ignite. We ride on through the night, our hearts shining bright. We ride on through the night. With our hearts shining bright, we ride on through the night. We ride on through the night. We ride on through the night. Magic in the air tonight. Midnight calls us to fight. Ancient whispers in the wind. Lost schemes to defend. A journey that will never end. gold, treasures found in tales of old. Our story yet to be told, a legacy made of gold. Midnight ornament, unite. Darkness falls will ignite. Darkness falls will ignite. We ride on through the night, our hearts shining bright. We ride on through the night. Dragons soaring, sky so bold. Treasures found in tales of old. Our story yet to be told, a legacy made of gold. Midnight ornament, unite. Darkness falls will ignite. Darkness falls will ignite. We ride on through the night, our hearts shining bright. We ride on through the night, with our hearts shining bright. We ride on through the night. We ride on through the night. We ride on through the night. Magic in the air tonight. Midnight calls us to fight. Ancient whispers in the wind. Lost dreams to defend. A journey that will never end. New legends we will pen. Midnight ornament, unite. Darkness falls will ignite. With our hearts shining bright, we ride on through the night. Swords clash in a distant land, mystic forces in our hands. Together we will make a stand, bound by fate's command. Midnight ornament, unite. Darkness falls will ignite. With our hearts shining bright, we ride on through the night. Dragons soar, sky so bold. Treasures found in tales of old. Our story yet to be told, a legacy made of gold. Midnight ornament, unite. Darkness falls will ignite. Darkness falls will ignite. We ride on through the night, our legacy made of gold. Midnight Parliament, unite. Darkness falls will ignite. Darkness falls will ignite. We ride on through the night, our hearts shining bright. We ride on through the night. Dragons soaring, sky so bold. Treasures found in tales of old. Our story yet to be told. A legacy made of gold. Midnight Parliament, unite. Darkness falls will ignite. Darkness falls will ignite. We ride on through the night, our hearts shining bright. We ride on through the night. With our hearts shining bright. We ride on through the night. We ride on through the night. We ride on through the night. Midnight Parliament, unite. Darkness falls will ignite. With our hearts shining bright, we ride on through the night. Swords clash in a distant land, mystic forces in our hands. Together we will make a stand, bound by fate's command. Midnight Parliament, unite. Darkness falls will ignite. With our hearts shining bright, we ride on through the night. Dragons soar in sky so bold. Treasures found in tales of old. Our story yet to be told. A legacy made of gold. Midnight Parliament, unite. Darkness falls will ignite. Darkness falls will ignite. We ride on through the night, our hearts shining bright. We ride on through the night. Dragons soaring, sky so bold. Treasures found in tales of old. Our story yet to be told. A legacy made of gold. Midnight Parliament, unite. Darkness falls will ignite. Darkness falls will ignite. We ride on through the night, our hearts shining bright. We ride on through the night. With our hearts shining bright. We ride on through the night. We ride on through the night. We ride on through the night. Treasures found in tales of old, our story yet to be told, a legacy made of gold. Midnight ornament, unite. Darkness falls will ignite. Darkness falls will ignite. We ride on through the night, our hearts shining bright. We ride on through the night. Dragons soaring, sky so bold. Treasures found in tales of old. Our story yet to be told. A legacy made of gold. Midnight ornament, unite. Darkness falls will ignite. Darkness falls will ignite. We ride on through the night, our hearts shining bright. We ride on through the night, with our hearts shining bright. We ride on through the night. We ride on through the night. We ride on through the night.
Welcome back, friends.
We back.
I just looked back at the fucking comments. So long as they keep their socks on, it's straight. Perfect. Just perfect. I still owe Sam descriptions to decide if she wants like what they want to work on while they're doing their stuff, because we're inching ever closer to the end of the campaign, and there's art that needs done. Oh, yeah. New sun rises, essentially, quote unquote. The Dark Star of Agavina, you find out quickly why there is still like a bit of a day in. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, she's angry. I did not mean to anger. Oh, I'm sorry,
How
Sam.
did you anger the
Whoa.
Sam?
I did not mean to anger the Sam. I know.
Please don't
you've
anger
been-
the artist.
You've been busy doing stuff, and I've been busy doing stuff, and like I didn't want to just bombard you, so I guess I need to get it
Don't
done.
make artists mad. They will draw you pregnant.
Big pregnant Ben the DM. Scary.
I will not
Big
draw anyone pregnant ever.
I'm sorry,
No.
but Sam's latest Instagram art, where she's like, I'm gonna explore different body types, and she did she usually does. What did she say? Slightly skinny or slightly buff, and she went for a new body type, and she's like, I'm gonna do a body type with someone who's got stretch marks, because they're not pregnant or giant or anything, but they got a little more growth in some areas. And like her stretch marks were fucking perfect. Like it was just like a beautiful body study, and I was like, I love how this person looks. They look so real. And I was just like, Sam is amazing again. If you don't follow Sam on Instagram, you absolutely should.
Go do it.
It is the best. I do love seeing it. So yeah, some of you wake up earlier than others. Jaeger, you little drunk from a half a bottle with nothing on your stomach. Wake up. Oh no, you ate, yeah. So
Yeah.
they're not too drunk and hangover, but enough so that you're just like, you want to get that little bit of extra sleep. You wake up and roll over and are just kind of like, meh, as you see Maximil. I know. I'm looking at Sam.
Sam, what are you doing here?
What are you doing, Sam?
Sam's looking at you,
Sam's staring at you through the wall. It's the other room.
trying to draw you.
This is a nightmare. I don't know what's up anymore.
Maximil runs off. Like you wake up because it's suddenly cooler and more chilled. You're like, where'd that warmth go? And then you see Maximil like scurrying to the bathroom and really frantically, like she has an hour, but like it's like she woke up super early to work on it, but she's got the stress of like meeting someone else of her station, and so like she should have woken up 4 hours ago. An hour is definitely not enough time to be perfect for this. So, Max, you can describe your frantic rummaging if you'd like to, or if that was a good enough description, we can move on.
Yeah, there's steam coming out of the bathroom. Max's hair is wrapped up in this giant turban. And the horns each have their own individual turbans. And she's just running around in her in a towel right now, and she's prestidigitating her new blue dress so that it's
Ironing
using
it.
heat and ironing it. And then she's going into the mirror and doing a couple of illusions on her face to make, oh no, that color doesn't look good. Oh, that one's not right either. And changing her lipstick color using her finger, and then just perfect eye makeup. And then rushing. Okay. And then her hair is down. She's like, shit. My hair's not working with me today. What do I do with my hair today? Jaeger, what do I do with my hair today? Up or down? Half up, half down?
Too far into my own dilemma.
Jaeger, we don't have time for your moral crises. I need to look good.
I will go get you the perfect person that will help with all of this. Hold on a moment, please. And I'll go outside the door and shut the door. Shit. Who
The
do I
bottle of
get?
whiskey looks really tempting right now. It's still sitting there half finished on the table.
I'll leave it.
Coming back for you later.
I'll go downstairs to the bar. Totally disregard everybody in the party.
Nice.
Yep. Go down to the bar. Is there someone there?
There's a cook working pretty early. The bartender took off last night after the bar closed, but Uldra, there's a Durgar woman who's working there early. She's basically using the bar as kind of a prep station, and she's doing some rolls and some prepping some quiche pans and stuff for the morning.
How much money will it take to get the best stylist here as fast as possible?
There's a lady up the road who's quite good. She usually opens shop in 2 hours, but I could send a runner to her house and have her here in 10 minutes if you pay. She usually doesn't get out of bed early for more than 5 gold.
10 platinum.
Jesus Christ.
Tell her to bring everything as fast as possible.
There is you say 10 platinum and the ears perk up from the front, and this
I need an army.
This young boy, it was usually he just kind of is a dish runner essentially. Uldra has him doing stupid tasks, and she's like, "You now, boy," and he just holds out his hand for the money. She's like, "You know where to go. You heard it all." So you hand him the money.
Yep. Tell her a trade princess needs ready. Pronto.
Okay. He takes out at a sprint, almost throws the door off its hinges as he hits it and bursts out with the shoulder check, and is down the street sprinting.
Also, can we get coffee, please? Didn't mean to interrupt your morning like that. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're all in the suite. Yeah, you're up in the suite. Absolutely. We'll have coffee up in just a moment.
Thank you. I'll
On
head
the
back
other
upstairs.
side of downstairs,
Yeah,
out of
there's-
the corner of your eye, you see
No.
you see Blair and Isadora covered in paint, and Isadora is in a very lewd pose. Just
you kind of follow this Drugar
face
woman's.
down, ass up.
You follow her eye
Covered in
line
paint.
because you stop her from staring at something as she was prepping in the morning, and then she deals with the coins, and then as soon as she's like, yeah, coffee, and she you're over here, and she's back to watching what she's watching, and that's when you follow the eye line and get the.
Both
What
covered
the
in paint,
fuck?
having paint time.
There are 2 large bowls empty on the table next to them with straws sticking out of them.
Covered in glitter. We're covered in glitter.
I'm still drunk. Okay. I'm just gonna awkwardly like turn, but I'm just gonna keep watching him as I turn and just.
Question: does Jaeger look at what's being painted?
I mean, I have a 21 passive perception. I see it.
Well, she's
Okay,
kind of.
because it's-
Hold on.
I'm not working on what Isidora's post
If
is right now.
Isadora is face down,
Oh,
ass
no.
up towards Blair. Time out.
No.
Is Isadora clothed?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, just want to make sure the guards weren't being called because if she was naked, there'd be problems. And then, so she's in a very sensual pose, and this Drugar woman, albeit older, is very into it. And then Blair is painting something facing her, so it's Drugar woman at the bar, Isadora's pose, Blair behind her with the pedestal, the easel away from your vision, so you'd have to walk around it. Or
Oh no.
no, you have 21 perception. You can see a reflection in the
Oh,
you
God,
see a
there's mirrors.
reflection of the painting, and you can just tell from your perception that it's definitely not Isadora.
I'm just gonna turn and as I awkwardly turn, I'm just gonna fumble over some stools and like push coffee into some bystander's breakfast.
In the reflection,
Just
Jaeger,
fall
you
over.
see
You
you in the painting.
You
What do I see
spill it.
now?
You spill it, and the guy's not like the guy that's just like eating. He's fork and knifing the table because he's just staring at Isadora. He doesn't notice either, but Mel did say, "Go ahead, Mel."
Blair has been working all night on the first of many paintings of the future she saw, where everybody won and gets to go home and have their happy ending. And you can see there's like a second canvas off to the side where it's a bunch of like warm-up sketches of like body poses to get from Isadora. And then the main one she's working on is a portrait of Jaeger and his family.
I'll just pick myself up from the floor. I need some help. And I'm just gonna go walk upstairs and go knock on Soren's door.
Soren and Doran. Doran probably up trying to do Doran. You can do like 10% of the push-ups you normally do.
He can do a
Ouch,
push-up.
bud.
I need to double check wish because I think you were out for days. You actually failed your wish miserably.
Yeah, it was 2d4 days of weakness, and I rolled 2 4s.
You rolled maximum.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So
you have
it's-
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days left. Congratulations.
It does say in the wish spell though that a day of like non-hardcore activity takes 2 days off the time.
Oh, that's nice.
So-
Yesterday was non-hardcore activity, so I'll roll you back
Yeah.
a day.
So you
I'll
get
roll you
6
back
days.
one
So I'm
day.
at 6 days. Yeah.
So we will edit this to the 28th.
Yeah, I'm already up. I've been.
Just not gonna open the door.
You are not a person I expected to wake up to this morning, Soren.
What?
There's a huge bed. Soren and Yeg at the same time. What? That was perfect.
What, did you have another item on it now?
Never mind. Probably not just to dwell on it. It's fine.
Can one of y'all like hit me? Like, I think I'm dreaming still. This is a nightmare.
Doran instinctively is gonna go and try and slap Jaeger with his.
Sure, just make an athletics
newfound-
check.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Just a
Limp wrist.
What's we're gonna figure out?
It's okay, my strike's not good.
Well, I rolled a 9 and my +1 gives it a 10.
Hey, you
17.
connected. So it's like a little kid slapping you in the face.
I want to intentionally take
Just
a
a
magic
little.
dagger, fling it, and have it hit like right in front of his face. Just to test his reflexes, not to hit him.
Roll an attack check.
God, don't roll a 1.
Oh no!
oh
13's fine. Yeah,
It's close.
you hit the wall where you're looking for. It's a little closer than you would have liked.
Oh, that's perfect.
Peek around it.
Reflex is still good.
I said, hit me.
Yeah, no, I tried.
He throws the dagger and then he goes, eh.
All right, something's up. Where's that damn book?
yes,
I
you
need
just-
to ask it some questions now.
You just asked us to hit you. What are you talking about? What? It's
What
too
book?
early for this.
Isadora is in a very compromising position downstairs.
I'm sorry,
I think
what?
she's thinking of. Yeah, you heard me. I think she's under the impression that she's being painted for some type of art piece. But on that other side of the canvas is definitely not Isadora.
Well, I need to go get some breakfast downstairs. I'll see you, Zoran, in a little while.
Oh, now the
Why
bad
is
thing,
this
and you.
news? Why is this at all relevant to anything that's happening right now? What is going on?
It's in the middle of the whole tavern. It's
Who gives
kind of
a
making
shit?
a scene. Everyone's watching it. It's kind of
Doran,
weird.
Constitution save for nosebleed on the stairs.
Okay. Luckily, my con is still awesome.
Natural one.
18. It's almost a nat 20.
No, not my bed. Go to your bed. Silly baby. 18. Yeah, you get on the stairs and you're like, Jesus.
Isadora in
Like,
this
you get
position
the-
is like, hey Blair, my back really hurts. How much longer do I have to be in this position?
I
She's
told
not.
her you could have stopped posing hours ago.
She's not
When did you
looking
say
at
that?
you, Doran. So she's not looking at you. The head is like on the side, looking back and away. But you get the. Would be the best, like the softcore pornography version where you can definitely see like butt cheek crested above her shoulders and head away from you directly, and you're just kind of like.
Good heavens.
Oh, who needs coffee?
Yeah, instantly awake.
Yep.
And as you're waking up, somebody throws open the front door, this running boy who is sweating profusely, and 5 seconds later, you hear, "Get out of my way, darling!" And someone like throws him away and starts storming through the tavern right towards you. It's just a blur of like 6 people, and you are completely focused on something else. And they shove past you on the stairs. I'm just gonna say, you know, don't need you to roll, and you're just like getting pushed aside, watching, and then Isadora looks back at you, and there's a brief moment of eye contact. Isadora, do you continue to hold the pose, or are you compromised now, and the pose goes you flat on your belly?
Immediately gets right back up.
You know what? I'm gonna roll something.
Blair, I feel like this was intentional. I
Hey,
feel like
Isadora.
I
I just rolled a nat 20 for insight on the situation.
Okay, well,
PvP. Yes.
oh, this is not PvP. This is called Fade to
It's
Black. This is not
inside
PvP. Inside
No,
PvP.
she's inciting.
Just looking between Isadora and over at Doran and going, oh, okay. Sorry.
Hold on. Out of character. I just need to say something. No mating.
Yeah.
It's someone for. Sorry. That's just for Nate.
Well,
I love him so
well, I'm
much.
looking at since I 2 and 2 together, I'm gonna mage hand the paper of all the poses of Isadora over to Doran.
does she notice?
We're just watching a piece of paper float through the air.
You don't.
Towards your
Hold on.
face.
1 second. No, it's going towards
Do I have to
Doran.
roll?
1 second. No,
Or
hold
do I have
on.
to look at my passive?
You don't know what's on that paper.
No,
There were
your
multiple
passive
papers.
perception is such shit. You just are seeing a paper fly over to
Oh
Doran.
no!
Like
I'm
you-
just trying
you're
to
staring
compose
at
myself.
Doran,
I don't even see it.
And then you see this piece of paper floating to him at the last couple seconds, and Doran, you get the just Blair,
gesture
does this take liberties with the body studies, or are they clothed?
They are clothed. She didn't do anything lewd.
Okay.
It's just here. You have pictures of your girlfriend now. Enjoy.
In many poses. Compromising poses in clothes.
Mm-hmm.
I could hear the foghorn on the ship now. Thank you.
She's like brushing her shoulders off, and there's just a cloud of edible glitter.
Yeah, Isadora, we should probably go get cleaned up because we are covered in paint and glitter. And we gotta leave in
Yeah,
like
Zach,
where's
you've heard
Mac?
of
She does
Doran's
does
heard of
that
like
thing.
strippers before, and now you see the glitter dust flying off her, and you're just like, this is a sea of emotions happening up here.
Of
This is just-
imagination.
Error 404 not found.
and then I'm gonna
Coming
scurry
down
and
up the
fly through
stairs.
the I'm gonna scurry up through the floor upstairs to go get cleaned up and leave Isadora and Doran alone.
Isadora
I'm just gonna see her covered in glitter,
going
just
up
press the
is
digitate
going
off.
to the stairs, is going up the stairs, and she's like shimmying past Doran. She's like, you don't want to touch me. I'm
Oh,
covered in
uh,
paint. Sorry.
It's no worries. We'll this isn't awkward at all. It's fine.
Why are you covered in shiny shit? Get that off you. I'll press the digitate off.
As you're trying to get stuff figured out upstairs, Soren and Jaeger, you hear the kerfuffle happening downstairs. Are you guys going down to investigate?
I was going down anyway.
Okay, you get slammed into by a dark elf woman and like 12 people in an entourage that go storming past you into the room.
I'll just open
Out
the
of
door
the way,
behind him.
darling. She strides in. She is beauty. She is grace. Lavender,
Oh.
even in her nightgown with a coat that she threw over it, she looks like she considered for hours this outfit. There is a opalescent necklace of different sized pearls that should not work together, but they match different pieces of her outfit, and you swear it looks like constellations in the night sky. This woman threw together an outfit and looks like she had prepared for weeks for a gala. Malimine
She's perfect.
Malimine Dalahy strides into the presidential suite and says, "Where is she? Where's that trades princess that I am looking for?" And she hears
This way.
she senses the steam and goes, "Ah, I am not here for you. Out of my way!" And just pushes you to the side. And Max, I'm just envisioning Max on the stool in front of the makeup cabinet, just hair a mess, getting ready, and the door poof, throws open, and you see
I
this
found the
figure
best.
in the doorway.
I found the best.
I am here to create my masterpiece.
Thank
Minions
God.
inside. 12 people filter inside, each of them carrying like a tackle box of stuff under each arm. And the door and she looks back out to Jaeger and she goes, "This is not for your eyes during development." Slam in the face.
Cool.
And
Cool.
it sound construction noises for 20 minutes.
Boring, hammering, jackhammers. Someone brought an arc welder. Just
There's an orbital sander going on.
yes. Someone brought an angle grinder. Just
About 5 minutes into it, 6 more minions show up downstairs, and they wheel in racks of gowns. And they are running them up the stairs, these racks of like 20 gowns apiece, as the rest of you are just kind of getting your breakfast and like sponge bathing at the bar, whatever it is you're doing to get ready, because you've been holistically shut out of the entire presidential suite, even though she's taking up a bathroom to do her work. The entire suite is now her workspace.
We're just bothering sword prestidigitation, please.
Yes, but
You get downstairs and you see the glitter. You can smell the alcohol. The juice is loose. There's paint everywhere.
The juice is loose.
we paid them fuck you money, so I'm not going to worry about the smell of the paint and the alcohol everywhere. But
I know there's
I'll
some
clean
poor
up
poor
too
boy
if
with a
I-
rag over there that just does not care. He's whistling a happy tune, living his best life. And you see him drop a couple times the single gold coin he's palming and just playing with, because he's just obsessing over his gold. And he's like, "I got a gold piece. Scrub, scrub, scrub."
Well, I'll scoot over to him though and just, okay, I know this is the most money you've ever held in your life, but don't show it off to everyone.
And it's so shiny.
I know, but it's how you get robbed, and I don't want that to happen to you. I'll just ruffle his hair.
But where do I put it? I've never even had a sack to carry coins in.
You don't have a pocket? Do they not make pockets on your pants here? Oh god, someone have a fucking
They-
conniption.
He like looks down and he's like, "I made these myself. I have hands to carry stuff with."
That's good, yeah. And I'll take a little coin pouch, just like a little pouch. And just put it in this. It's your first wallet.
Puts it in and like shaking hand and ties the coin purse to his pants with like 4 double knots. And then just goes back to scrubbing happily, but every about 45 to 60 seconds, he reaches down to make sure the purse is still there. He scrubs, reaches down, checks the purse, scrubs.
Back to the bar and just. So, how was painting night?
Oh, it was a lot of fun. Do you want to see?
It was very fun. The baker's just sitting there just making dough. I've been here for 2 hours and this was an interesting night. It's the most fun the 12 Bears has seen in a long time.
What did you do?
I think the better question is, what didn't she do?
I just had Isadora posed for a while, and then she just kept posing, even when I told her she didn't have to anymore. I wasn't gonna complain. It was nice to look at.
Sure. All right, that makes sense. Never mind.
But I made this painting. I'll show him the one of
Isadora was coming down the
Jaeger's
stairs
family.
right at that moment. You know I have bad hearing.
So you showed him the painting of Jaeger's family?
Of Jaeger's family, yeah.
This is oddly realistic.
Well, yeah, that's the future I saw for him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just working on all of yours. I wanted to do his first because he was having a bit of a meltdown last night and pulled a gun on me, so.
And you have no idea. Did you see one for all of us?
Yeah.
Interesting. What about you?
Mm,
I mean, you don't really have stakes in this. You exist outside of time and space, and if we all die, that doesn't really matter for you.
I mean, everything dies eventually. I've seen it,
Exactly.
10,000 years worth of people dying.
Right. So, what happens to you?
I'll figure it out.
Fair.
I've lived long enough to not worry about the future. Whatever happens, happens. If I die, that's just another adventure to go on. I'm pretty excited.
We have that in common. Is that, are
Also,
they hammering something up there?
I don't know, but I think Isadora and Doran end up together by the end of this because I saw them smooching.
Oh, that's what he meant. I think he expected to wake up next to her. Oops. Didn't know that was actually kicking off.
Sarah DMs.
Yeah, I gave him all the body sketches of Isadora. He looked very happy.
Tell me you didn't strip down the base level of a tavern.
No, we had
Sketches.
clothes on. I'm not that terrible.
I don't know.
I know how not to get arrested.
I don't know that either. Actually, I've actually seen.
I've
that
never
box.
faced consequences because I know how to avoid consequences.
I don't think that's entirely true.
Listen, I've lived to like 10,000 plus years without consequence so far. So far.
All right, so we're going to meet this king today. Everybody just be normal, please.
Just floating
Try.
next to him.
For our standards, normal-ish, you know.
So do I have to walk?
No. Can you walk?
I tried once. Isadora broke my ankles, remember?
Oh, yes. So no, don't walk. Don't break your ankles in front of the king. It's very embarrassing.
Why do you all... Okay, like, I get why you all are like, it's the king or whatever, but I still don't understand the social hierarchy of humans.
It is a stupid, made-up, and arbitrary system often based on nothing more than birth. It exists because people have decided that it exists. I don't agree with it, but nobody is asking me, so...
And I shall behave as normally as possible.
I think the takeaway is really just this person wields power that we need access to and to use, and allies.
So don't say things that usually short-circuit all of you.
Sure. So you think it's advantageous? I don't know.
I don't know. Usually, most of the information that seems to come out of my mouth seems to freak you all out.
No, I think I handled most of it. It's odd, but we're already odd here. We're from the other side of the fucking planet.
This is very true.
You guys have 30 to 45 minutes to get across the city at this level.
I'm going upstairs and I'm knocking on
The
doors.
construction noises stop as you guys are, as you're thinking about heading upstairs. The construction noises stop. She was told the timeline.
I want to see.
The first step just
You
I
hear the
wanna
door
see.
open upstairs, and strolling down first is Malamine. I was given an impossible task. It has been created. Behold, beauty. And she steps to the side, and Maximiel comes strolling down the stairs. And insider for everybody who is part of it, unrepentant sinners in the resident world, there is a new cut dress that was posted the other day.
Oh,
The bottom of this
Oh,
dress is
Oh, that
that
one.
cut dress.
Oh,
I didn't-
There is
I
a
didn't mention
single,
anything.
this is a light blue, almost sky blue, with white starlight dots on the bottom, glittering at the base of this cut dress that is cut on the sides, on the thighs. Maximiel's quite comfortable. It's almost like, there's a undergarment that's a part of it that you stepped into, like a swimsuit bottom that is covering and fits firmly, allows your legs to show without feeling like you're revealing too much with the cut slip in the front, and then the extra 2 slips on the back that overlap on the rear, so you don't feel like you're just showing off your whole butt, but it covers as you walk, but still flows as 3 separate cut pieces. From the waist up, it comes up to a tight, low bust line, and instead of full shoulders like our inspiration dress, it breaks from the turquoise to white starlight sparkling strands, and there's 6 of them that run and make the shoulder cuffs, these very thin bands, so it looks like 6 loose straps that kind of hold it, and it spills over the shoulders. Her eyes are done with white eyeshadow near the center that translucently change to like a shimmering blue, and then come out to tips with the eyeshadow on the sides, giving that smoky tipped look with the sharpness. And then on the side where it fractures into the scales, she's done the eyeshadow, but then had the pattern break and reflect along with the scales and branch out further along the side that's been scarred and shadowed. Her hair is pulled up in a typical Farrellin fashion that has 2 tight high buns making up on the top next to the horns that kind of accentuates the base of the horns, and then the additional hair flows back and over, cutting over the horns and barely trickling down past her shoulders, giving light wispy hair around the neck and shoulders, but accentuating her natural features, making her face sharp pointed and fierce. This is the first time Maximiel has walked out and looked like a queen in presence to all of you, and each one of you momentarily catches your breath watching her walk down the stairs, confident and ready to speak to a king.
damn!
Slow clap.
Hell yeah! Get it, Max. Do a twirl. Do a twirl.
good lord,
Yes.
Max Meal.
Yes. Pose.
Observe
Twirl.
as she bends the fabric of space behind her.
Isadora just like reaches a hand out and like helps her down this rest of the stairs. You look absolutely stunning. Did you look in a mirror before you came down here? Did you know what this would do to us?
I honestly didn't have the time. I trust Melamine.
Melamine snaps her fingers, and 2 servants run up really quick and hold up like they open up this full-length mirror in front of you that lets you kind of get a good look at it, and you're against the 12-bear grand staircase. Melamine
You
makes
do
a point.
great work, ma'am.
I do what I do.
The
I will
best.
do what I was put here to do, ma'am. Thank you very much. Darling, I must be going. She walks over to Jaeger. I hope this was to your satisfaction. Please, if you have the opportunity, schedule me days in advance rather than waking me or disturbing me from my morning tea as I'm contemplating new ideas. Thankfully, the value of what was lost in today's brainstorming session was more than paid for in what you offered.
This is phenomenal work for short notice.
Come, servants, we must take our leave. And she snaps twice, and everybody, you see 14, 16 people. There was like 8 in the beginning. You're sure there's about 16 now. Walk out, all of them carrying boxes of makeup, jewelry, racks of clothing, and her at the front, proud, tall, and regal, just striding out of the building.
All right, I guess
One
we're
of us looks
going.
presentable.
You guys look awesome.
We look like we normally do.
We look
Yeah,
like
which is
travelers.
awesome.
You look like a queen, which, is appropriate.
You can
Let's
see
go,
as you
let's
like
go.
looking closer now that it's not just that very pretty hair, that as she's moving in the light and looking, there's little gems placed in her hair that looks like a tiara. It's not actually a tiara.
Are you ready
Okay,
for
I
your
think-
audience?
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe I'm meeting her today, so I wanted to make sure I look good.
You'll make an impression, that's for sure.
See, it's better that the rest of us don't look as good because that makes you look even better and you stand.
It's true. We're just your entourage.
Let's go. Let's go.
What will it be today? Potato, carrot, tomato, some sort of what are we riding in?
I don't know.
Blair,
Yeah,
there's
Yeah,
there's
potato.
some mixed vegetables sitting on the bar as she's like,
Just gonna grab
this
one.
woman's been sitting here like prepping for the day, just watching the shenanigans go down. She has a normal prep station in the back, but there's so much happening in the 12 Bar Tavern
moved
bar.
everything up
She's
to the
moved everything
front.
out here just to watch, and now she's you watch her, she's like kneading dough, and she's kneaded the shit out of it to where it's almost a brick, just watching Maximil come down the stairs. She's like, shit. And she goes back to like
Take
start
some
making
potato.
We're free entertainment.
whatever you want. Just take what you need.
Ooh, what about a pumpkin? That would be so like.
There's
I already
like
got a potato.
just 2 potatoes or
Oh.
a potato. Blair's walking out of the building holding up a potato high. She's like, I got the potato.
No! Just throw it like a Pokeball down at the ground, turn it into a carriage.
All right.
Potato, go!
Go, potato!
One second.
I choose you!
I
Go
forgot
ahead.
something real quick, and I'll just run back to the bar and I'll frantically look for a shot glass. And I'll just pour some whiskey and take a shot.
Get a little
Right.
bit of that hair of the dog in you. You're good to go.
Thank you,
Okay.
Jaeger. I appreciate this.
You get it.
All right. You're brought back to Dushin's castle. The seat of Udbrea. This it has a massive garden spilling out in front of it. This time when you come up to the steps, the guards notice you first of all coming up. And then a runner comes down and falls in step next to definitely not Maximil and definitely not Blair. Falls in step next to Doran, who looks kind of bodyguard-esque. Comes up alongside Doran, confirming the appointment of the Midnight Parliament, and you guys just assigned it as the Midnight Parliament, correct?
Mhm.
And he's like looking at Maximil pointedly because the rest of you look kind of like shit. This is the probably best dressed person that's walked in here, except for like the yearly gala where everybody gets super dressed up. And your lady, do you all serve this lady, the Midnight Parliament? Conferring with Doran.
Next.
We are her entourage.
Oh, should we introduce her first, or have her do the introductions, or Maximil, you overhear this as he's standing next to you.
Take care of introductions. Thank you.
And how should we announce your approach, milady?
We're the Midnight Parliament.
Okay, yes, and he
I
scurries
can
up-
take care of the rest.
He scurries up the stairs.
Max, why do you not let people announce you as what you are?
What am I?
A goddamn
I'm a member of the
queen.
Midnight Parliament.
Yes, but
I
you're
think
also
that's
queen.
more important.
Flaunt it. Flaunt who you are.
To be
Yeah,
fair,
and
this
who
is
I
like
am
the
is
best
being
opportunity for you to flaunt
every
being
way.
a queen.
I'll
you
flaunt it, don't worry.
you feel the gates as you get closer this time, now that you've been able to take the full steps up to the front and start to move through them. Maximiel, you have all of these great jewels that she placed on you, but you insisted on carrying with you the Stella Tenuum amulet, and she's placed it inside of the chest of the dress so you could have it with you and feel comfortable, but it's not visible because she said it threw off the aesthetic and complained a little bit, but she made it work. But you feel it vibrating against your sternum as you step through the gates. The gates and all of the what you thought was wrought iron is simply painted metal encasing King Dushin's grounds in the metal that's made of your Celatenium necklace. You can feel it resonate as you walk past the guards and make your way into the garden proper. A lead servant, there are some other servants that work here, but one that is clearly of a station above the rest, that wears gold corded shoulder epaulets that hang down with 2 cords on each side. Looks very regal still, with like has a tie and almost like a kind of cummerbund action in the vest area, but it's a tight black vest otherwise and slacks, but someone who stands above the rest. Greetings to the Midnight Parliament. King Dushin, his wife and his personal entourage are taking breakfast at the moment. We are sorry for the early hour of your appointment, but they invite you to join them for breakfast and discussions. Breakfast in the castle usually lasts, he's talking to you as he walks you, and lasts 30 to 45 minutes as the king receives the news of the day, but we have extended this appointment to an hour and a half, so you may take as much time as you need. We understand and have received notice of Lady Illyria that you are to have express access to the king if needed. So please take your time speaking with him and have all your questions answered, as he is quite a busy man and we don't know when he'd have time again.
Appreciate it, thank you.
They lead you into a grand foyer with floors that don't quite match the stone of the rest of the meteorite. They seem to be speckled and glistening and encased in some sort of epoxy. And he explains as you're walking in, as they removed pieces of the stone that once housed their ancestors, they found the bits that most reflected the various colors and hues of the multicultural and different personalities of all the people that exhibit Fairlin values. That there's no one core belief, that they are a tapestry of all great things, and you can see that all the colors reflect and shine as you move through in this foyer. It's almost blinding, the sparkling different colors that are laid into the floor here, and the open air foyer he explains is an enchanted glass roof that can withstand the most hostile of attacks. They've driven off attacks directly in this part of the building, but the original builder insisted that the sky be opened so that the glory of Agavina could shine in and illuminate all of the Fairland people and ensure that those who lead them know the weight that they carry. Further down the hall, looking straight ahead, you can see a double staircase that leads up to the higher levels, and you can also see the doors open with a few of the men-at-arms posted, the honor guard that leads into the court and the royal chambers where court usually would be held in a place like this. You can see that there's a clear pathway and a rug that leads from the door up to the court for the common man to come in and present his problems when they are in open court. And it's explained to you by the master servant that all things here are brought before the king as points of order rather than devaluing any single person. That's why they have such strict rhetoric around what times are for the people, because the king is a servant of the people.
As he should be.
Okay, this guy's cool too. He can stay.
Off to the left-hand side, before you get to the staircase, though, there's a separate hallway. You walk past a study and a small library. And then beyond the study and the small library, there's a couple other rooms that appear to have artifacts. He explains that one of them is tributes from the Wayfarers, and those are the ranger type people that you had heard of, some of the people that led you on the road here that explore Eterna. And he explains that, the king's got a vested interest in continuing to explore the wilderness beyond known Faerlin rule. But you wrap around to a back chamber that, as you enter, see has access to the right-hand side, where the doors are already open, to the grand hall where the king holds court, as he expects to eat breakfast and then move to go prepare for his day's duties. But at the back side, you can see servants coming in and out with dishes and extra food. They are setting additional plates for you. And King Dushind is standing next to a chair at the head of the table. It's very clear that he's king from here, with his wife standing next to him, and then a couple additional individuals, one of which is a tiefling with a broken horn. As you walk in, King Dushin looks to the group of you, and the lead servant nods and says, Your Majesty may introduce the Midnight Parliament. King Uthras Dushind of Udbrea, as he bows to you and motions to the king. King Dushind takes a step from around the table and starts walking directly towards you. Context and protocol, Maximiel, that would be a little bit odd for you. You would expect him to nod to you, take a seat at the table, invite you to join him at his table, but he walks directly up to you, identifying you kind of as the leader of the group, steps up directly to you, and takes a knee in front of you, taking your hand. He takes your hand, places it to his forehead, stands up, and then bows to you. Lady Lyria has told me of the things that have occurred in Valecor's Haven. I've been briefed, and I thank you and your entourage, your companions, as I've been explained, the great service you've done for us against the Ebon Hand. Please, I have yet to receive formal introductions. If you would, my wife, he motions to the lady walking up behind her. Uthras is a little short for a Faerlin or an elf in general. He's about 5'10". He still tall to Maximiel, but he wears his hair in a pulled back pony for the main portion of it. But there's still a great depth of hair falling down, brushed smoothly and soaking behind his shoulders. He wears a simple robe that seems adequate of someone of his position. Not trying to be too fancy. He seems to try to hold up with some of the court appearances, as if you've seen some of the master servants mostly in pants. Other people do wear like longer robes. You've seen some of the guys you saw last night had kind of like kilt type robes or longer kilt type robes. He holds that sort of fashion, but he's got this sharp, stern chin and expression and very pointed features that have been weathered away like sharp rocks have been weathered by the ocean and by wind. Someone who's seen how much rule can wear on a person. And even though he looks youthful, you can see centuries of experience behind his pale green and gray flickering eyes. And he introduces his queen, my wife, Queen Tomino. And she looks like a thing of beauty. She stands just an inch or so shorter than him, has a dress that almost matches the exact style of Maximiel's. Coming in for a day in court, you can see that this is something that the queen likes, and clearly she has the same person who helps her with the fashion, because she has been suggested this specific piece. You did tell her who you were meeting today when you were getting prepared, so she dressed you appropriately. which Tolmino takes a look at Maximiel, and I appreciate your taste in fashion. It seems that we may be sharing a influencer of sorts.
Malamine is bonkers.
The other two that were with them, Illyria has walked up with her, sees the group of you, recognizes immediately Maximiel, Soren, and Doran. This is the dark elf woman, the Farallon woman that you found in Isoba months ago and sent her back here.
Oh shit, yeah, her.
She,
yeah.
she holds her station, but you can see tears welling in her eyes as she sees you and is just beaming at you. But she's holding proper protocol and is just kind of like, it is just, she looks like she's about to burst. And then the other person has stayed all the way back at the head of the table. And King Uthras nods to Maximiel. Please, if you would, I would love to know who you and your companions are.
She glances at the tiefling at the other side of the table, and then, if I may have the pleasure of introducing the Midnight Parliament. We have the Dragon's Bane of Udaland and Fate-blessed Doran Argenthrixis, the ever-vigilant marksman and the utter annihilator of Valakor's Haven Lich, Jaeger Hellstrom. Our timeless witch from beyond our plane, befriender of 1,000 creatures, Blair Yorl.
The dark elf woman takes a few steps forward. Or sorry, the tiefling woman takes a few steps forward.
Death itself dare not take her before she desired. The wielder of Calibur's fury, viper of the Ashahoyan sands, Isadora Seinwell. The restorer of ancient forgotten arcana, and master of the sword arts, Soren Clandare. And myself.
The
Trade
tiefling
queen.
steps directly into your face as you give your introduction.
Trade Queen of Katya, Dragon Tamer, Wordsmith, and Storm Incarnate.
She puts her face,
At
hand
your
on your
service.
face.
Maximiel Archambault.
She starts
members-
sobbing.
Of the Midnight Parliament of Cyorion. And I hug her back.
You're actually alive. And Sheila just embraces you in a huge hug.
Oh.
And that's where we'll end today's session.
Ah!
My heart.
Ah!
Sorry, I know you had planned it, Maximiel.
Yeah, it's
But
fine, it's fine.
I had to interject it because it was too good.
It was really good. Good work.
Nithza, sister of Maximiel, embraces her in a deep hug, and the two of them sobbing in the presence of the Midnight Parliament and King Dishind and his small entourage. And we'll pick it up there next time.
GG.
Now let's see what random outro song I'm going to play. Oh no, that's a crazy one. Oh no, it's not that bad.
We love it. Our queen getting to be a queen, but still crumbling like a little teenage princess. Just, I love it. Maximiel, thank you for the amazing intro of everybody.
That was so good.
So good.
And the performance.
Holy shit.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
That was too good. Perfect. I love it. Thank you, everybody. And thanks for everybody hanging out with us today. Josh, thanks for finding the cool website to build us some awesome intro music.
Yeah.
yeah.
A lot of fun. We like it. We like our new intro stuff. And Sam, I will message you so I don't get yelled at anymore. Thank you all for hanging out with us, and we will see you guys next week. Love you. Thanks for being with us.
Are we on for next week? Because it's Father's Day.
It's Father's Day next week.
I'm a
I
dad. I
probably
don't
won't be
care. No, we will double check. I don't know what the family has planned, so I will let you guys know. But Hope you all have a great week, and hopefully we see you next week. If not, we'll see you in a couple of weeks after Father's Day. So, love you all. Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Midnight Parliament, unite. Darkness falls, we'll ignite. With our hearts shining bright, we ride on through the night. Swords clash in a distant land, mystic forces in our hands. Together we will make a stand. Midnight Parliament, unite. Darkness falls, we'll ignite. With our hearts shining bright, we ride on through the night. Dragons soar in skies so bold, treasures found in tales of old. Our story yet to be told, a legacy made of gold.